when you start.
Yeah, thank you. Are we live? Good morning, everyone. Hope you all have a wonderful morning. Welcome to IQI Phuket Weekly Talk. IQI Phuket is a member of Joy IQI. We will have a live session every Thursday of the week at 10 a.m. Thai time on IQI Phuket Facebook page and also on YouTube. My name is Supha and I'm a head of IQI Phuket. I will be your host today, along with our special guest, Mr. Oleg Golubev, co-founder and sales director of Serene Condominium. To the topics, we are going to talk about real estate market outlook in 2022. Good morning, Oleg. It's a pleasure to
Uh,
have you with us today.
Good morning,
Good
Kun
morning.
Sukcha. Nice to meet you again and nice to see you. Thank you for your invitation for this live stream. Really happy to be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. You too. It's honor on us. So first of all, please can you tell us about yourself a little bit more? What bring you here in Phuket and why you choose Phuket as your lovely home?
My story is quite average since, like most of the people, one time you come to this amazing place and then you love it and then you move here. Like I'm living Phuket from 2012, so it's this year will be exactly 10 years since I came here and decided to live here. And in reality, it's a amazing place in terms of lifestyle. It's like a
Agree.
paradise.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
like when people ask me why you live in Phuket, I will tell them like this, right? You can drink coffee in Starbucks, real Starbucks, same as everywhere in London or let's say in Barcelona or USA, right? And in
Yes.
10 minutes you can be in the amazing beach on the amazing beach like Paradise
Mm-hmm.
Island. It's not that many places like this you have in the world. Either it will be the something like a city lifestyle or
Mm-hmm.
island. On the islands
Yes.
mainly there's no infrastructure a lot, like you can use
Uh-huh.
a paradise lifestyle only. But in Phuket
Mm-hmm.
it's mixed. You live on the island but you have all of the city infrastructure. That's why I love this place and I decided to
Yeah.
live here. Yeah.
Agree, totally agree with you. You can find all luxuries and all from low end to high end, and you can find the beach close to you. After work, you can go to the beach. And for myself too, I feel like I'm working on holiday every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right
Mhm.
description. I agree. Holiday every day, but working. Yeah.
Yeah, holiday every day here. Yeah. So from your let's jump into our topic. From your experience, what do you think about real estate in a post and pre-pandemic
Uh, of course,
situation?
like pan pandemic, no one expects that pandemic will come, right? And our market
Yes.
was quite stable, growing. Like every year, like real
Mhm.
estate market grow. We have a lot of people who's buying property. Of course, we have high demand from the tourists before, and tourists come here consistent. Like before pandemic, we nearly reach about 19 million people per year incoming flights by Phuket Airport. I mean,
Mhm.
before pandemic. But of course, after that, with all of the lockdowns, the situation a little bit changed. But
Mhm.
in reality, when we speak about property, this is one of the main things that I always discuss with my team and with our investors and so on. Property is very conservative tool, right? It's very conservative
Mhm.
investment, and
Yes.
even when everything bad in different economical
Mhm.
assets, right?
People
Property is
still
quite
buy and
stable.
sell, right? Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah, here is only one difference that happened in the world right now, that people become to be more open to online purchases, to online marketing and all of this stuff, and that's why the life little bit changed. That's why right now, like all the world recovering, but I think that we recover faster than like whole the world, because let's say as soon as borders was opened in Phuket, like we have really fast recovery. No one expects that it will recover so fast, and it's all become to be from economy. As soon as demand is there, we will obviously have the supply. That's how I see it. Yeah,
Yes.
that's why
Even
like
though, yes,
yeah,
yeah, sorry.
you can continue. No
Even
problem.
though we have a difficult with restriction for traveler now, there are still many people like to come to Thailand or come to Phuket. Like Phuket now is host like Thai tourists, like 10,000 per day, and they have so many number of tourists that want to come, like 5,000 per day landed in Phuket International Airport. That's what I heard. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So I heard that even though the pandemic situation, your project is still going very well, right?
Yeah, of course, we have to restructure everything. Like we not expect pandemic too, but in reality, for our project and for our company, there was a vision even during the old times that we need to restructure more for online business, right? Like sometimes I'm joking and tell to my team that we are more IT company right now than developers, like that's because we need to focus a lot of on IT things to make sure that our project going well. Yeah, and yeah, that was our plan anyway, but pandemic just boost us because we have time, because before, like it was situation Phuket where you very depends from the season. In the high season everyone is super busy, in the low season
Yes.
everyone trying to little bit recover, but then
Relax.
you stay in this loop for forever, right? Like that's why we like many companies, they don't have time and resources to restructure and make some new research and development and create something innovative, right? And that's
Yeah.
why for us it was a good time, and we just as soon as pandemic start, we sit on the board of directors and we decide that it's a good time for us to restructure. And it's all about mindset. For example, before we know how to present people and how to show people our products
Offline.
offline,
Yeah.
right? So
Yes.
then our goal to make it digital, just do exactly the same but make it digital. Right now I'm speaking with you and I have 100% feeling that you're sitting in front of me. Exactly the same with
Yes.
our customers, with our investors, with people who is we communicate all over the world. And then kind of borders canceled. We don't really mind right now. We have partners all over the world. We have clients all over the world, and it just a little bit change of our lifestyle for the moment. Yeah, and
Yeah.
last
We
year
have to
was
get.
the best year in our career. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's great to hear that. Yeah. So also in real estate agent part, we also have to, get used to the new way of life or new normal. Like we talk to our team, our corporate via Zoom or meeting like as now, we are live session, something like that. Oh, by the way, we have some audience ask you about during the pandemic or in the past year. Have you traveled somewhere in the last year? Did you experience to go
For,
to?
to be honest, for myself, I not travel to other countries. Like, of course, pandemic make us focus on our business because it's most important part, right? That's why I
Yes.
not travel out. But of course, I travel inside of the Thailand, and it's good opportunity to know new places. Like when you, I think that internal tourism is growing really, really well in Thailand, and that's what changed people minds. Like say we have a project Diamond Condominium, right? Like it's completed project. which is during the pandemic mainly was rented out to Thai audience. And we see that these people, it's kind of open their mind to travel. That's why, like, it's also, this pandemic works good for internal tourism as well. And of course, government support a lot Thai tourism, which is very, very good scene for local people as well. Yeah. For me personally, I not travel much. Yeah, during this time.
I'm not willing to. It's kind of not convenient. But anyway, so in your opinion, who's a majority of buyer in Phuket or investor in Phuket? In your opinion?
You know, for me, it's difficult to say for others, right? I can see only my statistics and metrics, right? What trends I see that during the pandemic, it was high demand for the premium villas, that many people recognize that Phuket is a great place to stay in case of any lockdown or something. It's better to stay, even like I see that people from Bangkok, before Phuket was not the real market for Bangkok investors, because like they believe that city investments in the big city is have a better capital gain or something like this. But right now the people change their mind and people look at Phuket really well, even with the local investors, and buying the villas around and so on. For condominium market, I think it's need. I try to make some research, but of course this is very internal information. I can say for my company, right? For specifically for our metrics. Since before we have the really properly set up Russian market, we still have about 35% is the Russian investors. But it's not because, I'm not sure that it's because of the real market metric. It's because of our companies have the infrastructure for it. That's why we know how to work with Russians. Let's call it like this. I cannot say that it's trend, right? Then we have quite a lot of British people right now who's bought with us during the pandemic. Like we also have the people from Singapore, we have people from South Africa. In reality, it's difficult to say about nationality, because right now what's happened in the world, people have one nationality but live in different countries. Borders was open before.
It's kind of no border in nowadays, right? Every nationality is everywhere in the world. Yes.
Yeah.
So
that's
actually,
why we have advertisement all over the world. Right now we work for American market. Right now we work for Canadian market. We work for Singapore, England. So because of we have online targeting, we speak with people all over the world. That's why for us it's difficult to say what's the main trend. We always try to find the different places to speak with people. And our sales department, they kind of always trying to do the same things with different nationalities. And even 2 days ago, we have a deal from America, like it's 100% online deal. You know, like in the beginning of the year, we have one of the multiply deal from one of our existing owner who's bought more. So this year we already have the 2 deals with average sales volume of 10 million baht. That's why even right now when people recovering from the New Year's Eve, still people ready to purchase. Yeah. And of course, end of 2021 was a good year because many people trying to close their books, and this is always good time for property.
Yeah, agree, yes. Yeah, in Phuket is mixed, also mixed nationality, you know, it's very worldwide, it's very international. We have all kind of nationality live on the island, and all kind of restaurant and food that international. Everything is so international. I love it. Yes. So do you think most of the buyer in Phuket now, they're looking for investment, or they're looking for a place to live in, like for residential? And why is that?
Like again, this from my side, it will be difficult answer because I'm focused on condominium and mainly like our main market is off plan and under construction condominiums. It's
Yeah,
mainly
just
investors.
overview.
Like
Yeah,
that's
just
why my picture will be still. I will see more investors instead of residential buyers, but we still have residential too. What trend I see right now is that during the pandemic, like of course, different countries, like let's say America and Europe, they print new money, and so on. And of course, in the world right now, during the pandemic, it's become to be more money, right? And so
yeah,
and people get this money, and when people have the money, they're trying to invest it somewhere, right?
spend it.
And
Yes.
property, it's most conservative and understandable asset. It's easy to understand what is it, right? Even if it's under construction property. And also right now, of course, last year was quite profitable for crypto people. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's why those people also get some assets. But of course, when people look on at numbers, right, there is no pure understanding, right? Of course, you can believe in the markets and so on, but still people want to have something real, right? Not only number on their wallet or something. That's why it's another trend for investors who have extra money, like who would like to invest somewhere. And Phuket a great place for this because he is actually already is a quite settled low if you compare it to other countries in here in Southeast Asia. We are quite already past our condominium law become to be from 1979, and it's already reached certain stages, right? And so on. That's why, and of course, it's still upgrowing market. It's still developing. Like let's say that's the difference between Europe and Asia. In Europe, market is very conservative and already growing slow. Here is in Asia, you have a chance to have a really high return only because of its upgrowing market. Yeah, that's why Phuket is like in right now in permanent stage of under construction. That everything changed
Yeah.
really really fast. Yeah, that's why in reality for investors, Phuket is a good place. For the residential, of course, the people who understand the value of the nature, or because Phuket don't have any factories registered, right? So here is this really
They're
fresh
not
air.
allowed.
Yeah, most of the island is protected land area and natural parks, and of
Yes.
course, during the pandemic, people become to think about their health. Yeah, and that's very important. And health comes from environment where we live, right? So Phuket
Correct.
have a great opportunity, and of course, when we speak about residential part, of course, here will be high demand, and where is a high demand, supply will come. Yeah, that's how
Yes,
it works. That's how I
agree
believe.
that. Yeah, especially Thai people, they are moving from big city to stay in Phuket or move family to stay in Phuket because in Phuket here can offer all of luxuries or international school and yeah, high in or good environment, good weather like you mentioned. Yeah, you did mention about the cryptocurrency and people can convert the currency, digital currency, to the real thing, a real that you can touch it, like estate. Is your project accept payment of crypto or digital currency?
We have experiences, really good experience with this one. We understand those kind of buyers. We are not since we work with the assets, right? And we have land and all of this stuff. Of course, we cannot risk to accept something like something like very unbalanced cryptos like Bitcoin or something like this. Like so, we are working with USDT, and that's why we know the process how to do it. But still, in the end, it's like a standard transaction. Like anyway, in the end, USDT become to be Thai baht. Yeah, and that's how we do, and that's how we can sell to those people, but this is a good way for them to. It's only for this stable coin. It's good way to transfer money from A to B. Yeah, something like this.
Yes.
And we can give a consultation about this. Our team knows the whole process, and we can help to our investors. Yeah.
Yeah, in Phuket now quite many number of developers that they are also accept digital currency or the cryptocurrencies. Yes, but mostly you can purchase only leasehold. But anyway, hopefully in the near future we will have more solution about the transfer.
Right now we have a new law in Thailand, which is called, this is technology STO, it's security tokenization, and this law already approved in Thailand, but still this law is work with the tokens, but not works with the real assets yet. So we waiting when it will be connected. Two laws will be connected, let's say land department connected to tokenization and all of this stuff. When it will happen, of course, our life will be much easier, because then we can secure the deals really well. My dream is that my customers in future will buy units on the homepage without even talking with a representative and so on, and it will be secure. That's when we discuss about what's our idea and what's our plan about the future projects and so on, is to make everything by the few clicks and feel secure and get all of the documents legal and all of this stuff. That's infrastructure that we're working on. Yeah.
Yes. Well, hopefully in the near future we'll see that easy transaction, and with the new technology like blockchain can make people trust other people all over the world, like no border. People can do anything and can trust everyone with those technology that can apply in the future. So what do you think about real estate market trends in the coming year here in the near future in Phuket?
Trends you mean for new projects, right? Like for upcoming developments, or you mean trends of what people
both
want?
Investor and also developer now heard about they try to live with the nature by using eco efficient green energy, something like that. Yes.
Yeah. In reality, like when we set up our project Serene Condominium, we already have the vision, or little bit vision of the future, few steps in front. In reality, what's happened right now in the world, that we have different generation of people. There is a definition of generation, maybe like baby boomers. It's people who born after Second International War, right? Then there is a generation X, Y, and millennials, and so on. Here's the thing. This is totally different people. The world has changed so fast during this time, and it's a totally different vision of the people. And that's why what's happened, the people who is creating the project is kind of already adult people, right? And they have their vision. But people who will use it, it's more younger generation.
Next generation, younger generation.
Yes, our idea is to create a product that, like, let's say, some people buy property, buy investment property, but the different people will use it. Investor buying property, but people who rent it is a different mentality people. That's what we're trying to explain to our buyers, that that old school development way is disappearing right now, and the things that was important before right now is not that important. Right now, for people, for new generation, it's very important. Not only luxury lifestyle, right? It's very important aesthetics, how it looks, how good photos you will have on your smartphone or your iPhone when you go there, like when you post. How many different technologies and innovations you have. Like, let's say, for example, for us, we have transformable furniture, and we make optimization of space. The unit of 28 square meter have usage of 40 or 50 square meters. It's exactly the same. Eco technology, yeah, it's like what new generation is start to carry in, because even on 2030, it will be no diesel engines in Europe anymore.
No
There
gas,
will be
no
no
oil.
production. Yeah, there will be no production of this car. Of course, maybe for another 5 years they will be for sale, and maybe for another like 10 years they will be still in use. But in 2030, they will be not produced anymore, like in Europe. Of course, Europe little bit in front, and that's what we are trying to see the trend, how it will be right now. Of course, after pandemic, many people taking care for their health, right? So then like they want to less touch something. So some future it will be locks without the touching, like and all of this stuff. We have wireless chargers in our project, right? And so on and so on. People don't want to use the cables anymore. Let's say before you need to connect many things to watch something on the TV and so on. Now everything wireless and so on. That's why I think the trend is will be everything what young generation and what people of the future would like to have, right? And here is the point that those people, as soon as they're turning 30 years old, right? So these people is ready to pay for their holiday, for their quality lifestyle and so on. They're ready to invest and so on. And and soon it will be the main majority of the people in the world, and that's why we try to use this trend. And I believe that many people, many projects will try to do as much as possible futuristic thing. That's the thing. I believe that we go into the future, something like this.
Yes, yeah, step ahead of a few step ahead of other people. That's always benefit. Yeah, that was very eye-opening, and yeah, we can see you think about the future. Well, of course, we think about the future and the product for the future people, like you mentioned. Yeah, Oleg, it's very nice to have you here with us today, and I think we come to the end and. Thank you very much to join
Thank
us
you very much.
today. Yeah, and for those for the next session, if you like to follow us on Facebook, please feel free to drop the message or the question if you have anything, any question for this session. So thank you very much, everyone, for today, and see you for the next session. Thank you, Oleg.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye. Goodbye.